You don't want love.
I'm good, I was need, I died, I was need, I was dying, I was need, I died, I was need, I was dying, I was need, I died, I was need, I was dying, I was need, I died. I'm good, I was need, I died, I was need.
Not gonna lie to you all, I have not been more ashamed of this North Carolina basketball team all season than I am right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the post-game reaction to the ACC championship game right here up in Washington, D.C., as the North Carolina Tar Heels took on the NC State Wolfpack. Hopefully, you guys can hear me pretty good. I'm still on the road. I am not at home. So I'm having to do this in my truck again. I will be back hopefully for tomorrow for the live selection Sunday. Hopefully I'll be live there for you guys. But let's talk about this game, man. North Carolina takes a loss in the ACC championship, 84-76 against the NC State Wolfpack, and really, I've got a bunch of stats written down here, and there's stuff I am going to go through, but really this whole game was, it came down to one thing. A couple of things, really. Energy, effort, and toughness. It is the name of the game. Hubert Davis talks about those three things all the time. We speak about it all the time right here in the Hill Brothers, and just like people are talking about in the comments right now, they wanted it more. They absolutely did. They came out with the energy. They punched North Carolina in the mouth, and it felt like North Carolina came out really just stagnant, like, we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to win this. This is our game. And don't get me wrong. I get it. I understand it. I as a fan as well, expected Carolina to win probably by double digits at this point. And it's easy to get that way, but you still have to understand. And I even talked about it in the preview and prediction that NC State had beat some pretty good teams coming in. Outside of Louisville, Syracuse isn't the team to sneeze at. Duke definitely isn't, and nor is Virginia. And they had been on a roll, and they were playing their best basketball right now, and they'd gotten hot. And I said, all it's going to take is one person getting hot. And by God, it happened with DJ Horn. He ended up with 29 points tonight. DJ Horn got hot and went out there, and Burns wasn't backing down. And me and Alan kind of talked about it at the end of the Pittsburgh post game that I did. Was it last night? We was talking about kind of going into the matchup if it was going to be NC State, because we did talk about both at that point. Said if it's going to be NC State, it felt like Mondo could get the advantage of him, especially the way North Carolina to get out in transition. Well, Carolina really didn't do that tonight. It just seems like they just did not run their style of offense. They didn't play the defense that we've been accustomed to seeing as of late. Don't know what it is. I've noticed, I don't know if you guys kind of kept this. This is kind of a personal record that I kept in my head here. But North Carolina, the last time that they had a 10 win streak going on, that's when they took the loss to Georgia Tech before the Duke game. And here we are again. They got about to 9-10 wins, and they dropped this game. So hopefully now North Carolina goes back on another win streak here and wins out, because personally, in my opinion, this game right here should definitely humble and motivate this basketball team, because I put it in here. This tale is over. This tale has ended. The ACC tale is told. It is done. It is over with. You won the regular season championship. Great. You had a great shot to come out here. Your biggest rival was knocked out, and you felt like the top competitors against you guys had been knocked out. But you came out and you absolutely laid an egg. And actually, no, quite frankly, I can't say that they laid an egg. This is why, and these are some of the stats that I've written down here, just a few, because I can't have my phone doing StreamYard or the streaming service that I use, and have ESPN at the same time. So let me kind of rattle some of these things off here. I just wrote them down really quickly. I've used up this daggum bank envelope as much as possible. But NC State had 4 guys in double figures. One of them had a double-double. That was Mohamed Diarra with 11 points and 14 rebounds. We already talked about Horn with 29 points. Burns had 20 points of his own, and Michael O'Connell ended up getting 10 points on the night. North Carolina had 3 guys in double figures, and I expected RJ hit my number. I expected him to have 30. He got 30 exactly. He also passed Cam Johnson in the 3-point scoring list, and he is now 6th all-time in scoring. Congratulations to that guy, man. Just absolutely doing a phenomenal job and did everything he could to keep North Carolina alive in this game, dropping 30 points. Armando Bacot backed him up with 18 points of his own and 12 rebounds as well. So a double-double for Armando, and Harrison Ingram ended up the night with 10 points himself. Big stat right here I'm getting ready to read off to you guys. I want you guys to listen to this. NC State, 6 of 14 from the 3. Right? 6 of 14. 14 threes. Okay, normal. North Carolina, now this is a scary stat right here. 8 of 30. 8 of 30 from the 3-point line tonight. I'll just ask the question that's out there. Why the hell are we shooting 33s? Seriously, why are we shooting 30 3-pointers? We're not that kind of team, guys. We are not that kind of team. Now, that was just what I wrote down briefly. I don't exactly have the stats of, what we did from the mid-range or anything. But 8 of 30 from 3. What are we doing? Why do we have 30 threes? Why? Give me 25. Okay. Yeah, I feel a little bit better if it's 25. Give me that. But that right there is absolutely ridiculous, and that's what worries me about this North Carolina team, because it felt like, and you got to give credit to NC State defensively. They played a great game. You can't take away anything from NC State. Again, I can't stand NC State. I hate them. I can't stand them. I was actually playing tennis with my girlfriend and a couple of my buds. We were playing tennis, and I was listening to this game while we were playing, and I heard them. They were just after it defensively. They came out with the energy and the effort and the toughness they did. But North Carolina, you've got to do better than this, especially if you expect to win games starting next week. No matter what, if you land the 1 seed, which I think we will ultimately, in my opinion, just because we did make it a little bit farther. We did make it to the championship game of our round, and we got the win over Tennessee. So I would believe we get the number 1 seed. Still, we don't know how those people do over there. But Carolina's got to get better, offensively. You cannot, because that's not your game. And especially since, things weren't really going down for you guys tonight at all. Carolina was trying their best to stick with them. I mean, they come out, and I was late to turn the game on. And when I turned the game on, NC State was up 14-4. DR was all over the place. It was crazy. And really, this game right here comes down to energy, effort, and toughness. And what pisses me off is that statistically, if you go through, and I didn't write all the numbers down here, but statistically, if you go through, I think Carolina beat NC State in every category statistically, outside of shooting numbers, right? Outside of shooting numbers, rebounds. I actually have the rebounds. 38 rebounds for North Carolina tonight. 11 offensive rebounds for North Carolina. NC State's, you ready? 33 total rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. What's happening? What's going on here? Both teams had 6 steals. I think Carolina had like 17 assists to NC State's 13 or so. Statistically, you're winning the game, right? That's what you're supposed to do. Statistically, you win. You look at the stats and you say, "Oh yeah, North Carolina should have won." But then you get to that 8 of 30 from 3-point line, and you're starting to understand. Okay, how in the world did NC State build such a lead on Carolina and keep it, even though they beat them statistically in just about every single category outside of shooting numbers, basically? And you're understanding and you're saying, why 8 of 30 from 3? I remember this game reminds me of perfectly. I don't know if you guys remember this. 2017, 17. 17. Game 7, Golden State Warriors versus Houston. Houston was at home and lost within a single, like a single digit loss. And Game 7 in their building, and he was like, well, how in the world did they lose? Because they beat them statistically. A number like that. They shot an abhorrent amount of threes, way over 30, I believe, and they lost that game. So I'm disappointed in North Carolina, man. This is a team that was tailor-made for moments like this. And we've saw it throughout the season. And they come out here and they get out hustled. They get out hustled. They get out just spirited, honestly. And I really hope this humbles Carolina and makes them understand that no matter what the opponent, I saw a matchup kind of, pop up already, that one of their first matchups might be Colgate or something like that in the first round of the NCAA tournament. You got to take them seriously, man. You have to take them seriously. You have to take State seriously. You have to take Syracuse. You have to take all of these teams seriously. And it felt like tonight North Carolina didn't. And it felt like the only two players that really did was Armando and RJ. I don't know what else to say. It really comes down to that. It really just comes down to that. North Carolina's got to sit on this for a little bit. And also, this is the part that I can't stand, and I'm sure if there's NC State fans listening to this, they're probably loving this, but the fact that now NC State has won 3 straight years in football. Yeah, we got them in the regular season. Whoop-de-doo. They just beat us in the ACC championship game. Their first ACC title from them from, 87? 87? 84, 87, somewhere like that. If I'm wrong, please someone correct me in the comments right now. 84 or 87? First time they won the ACC championship, and who was it against? It's us. North Carolina got to sit on that. We got to hold that, whether we like it or not. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Honestly, I'm stunned. I'm not going to lie. 87. Thank you, Underground West. 87. Good freaking Lord. But I really don't know what else to say to you guys, man. This is something I wasn't expecting, even though I can't say I wasn't expecting it. I did know it was absolutely a possibility, because you get a team hot like that, that's what makes March so fun and so fascinating. We saw North Carolina do this as well. They were the team a couple of years ago when they made their national championship run, or the run to the national title game. They got hot at the right time. State's hot at the right time, man, and if they end up getting in, now that they're in, with the ACC championship, who knows what that team can do? So they're going to also be a problem, man. And it wouldn't surprise me if State makes a little run here in the tournament. Let's see how far they get. But North Carolina needs to come back from DC. Await tomorrow and what happens, and see where we get placed. Hopefully I will be live for you guys. I can't promise anything, unfortunately, but I will hopefully be live for you. If I am, I'll try to put out a little notice before we go live, and have some fun there. But man, tough loss for North Carolina, man. Absolutely tough loss. 84-76 as Carolina falls to NC State, and NC State gets to hold up the ACC championship for the first time since 1987. Man, that is nuts. That is nuts. Good Lord. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. March Madness is coming up. The tournament starts next week. Tomorrow is Selection Sunday, and everybody's going to be looking forward to that. Everybody's excited to see where North Carolina will end up, hopefully in that 1 seed like we all believe that they should be. But outside of that, it's bracket time. Everybody loves to fill out brackets, and everybody loves to have a good time with that. The brackets are always fun. I know ESPN, you can submit them into ESPN, and you could potentially win. And like last year, since Madness was crazy last year, the tournament was absolutely nuts. I think there was only like 1 or 2 people that ended up having I think it was like only 2 or 3 people remaining with a perfect bracket by like the Sweet 16. It was nuts. So everybody loves doing that, man. It's always fun. And also on ESPN, the tournament bracket app that they have there, you guys can go on there and you can create groups with all your friends or colleagues at work or whatever, and you can do brackets there that keep a scoreboard. And why not take advantage of this? So the Hill brothers have. So if you all would like to, we have something that we want to share with you. The Hill brothers are doing a March Madness bracket challenge / giveaway, and it starts next week. So if you want to be a part of this, all you have to do is, first off, you subscribe to the Hill brothers channel, then send us an email at hillbrothers89@gmail.com with bracket entrant as the subject, followed by your name on YouTube to verify your entry in the description. You will receive the code to get in after you are verified, and the deadline to do this is Wednesday, March the 20th at 3 p.m. So if you join that bracket and you come in there with us, let's get to that giveaway part, because if you are in the top 3, there are going to be prizes. Number 1, if you finish first place, you will be able to pick any item in the Fanatic store that is not exceeding the amount of $120. And let me clarify this really quickly, because this goes for first, second, and third place. For second place, it's no amount exceeding 60 and no amount exceeding 25 for third place. So let me explain this. This isn't just North Carolina gear. This is for any person that has a sports team that they enjoy, that they like to watch, and would love to have some gear there. If you're in this bracket challenge and you're in one of the top 3, you will have a chance to be able to get something of that. And this is all of your choosing. I don't choose anything. All you do is you tell me, hey, I want this, and you send it to me. We'll get your address and we will send it to you directly from us, free of charge, because that's what you get for, having a good time with us and coming out, because we want to get back to you guys if we possibly can, and we felt like this would be a really good way to do it. So like I said, go back in there and send us that email. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Send us that email and put your bracket entrant as your subject. That way I know what it is, because I keep an eye on the emails every single day to make sure I find any of those emails that come through. That way it helps me identify it. And put your name that you are on YouTube. That'll help us verify that you are subscribed, and we'll get you in, man. The bracket is already open, so you can go ahead and do this right now if you want to. So hopefully you all will join us. Absolutely love that, and really looking forward to seeing how this thing goes, man. Anyway, I'm gonna hop out of here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Unfortunately, North Carolina with the loss. It sucks, I know, but hey, gotta wash it down now. Just gotta wash it, because you got the tournament starting next week. So hopefully Selection Sunday goes good. Hopefully I'm able to see you guys live. Parker Curry, to answer your question really quickly before I get out of here, I'm not sure. I think they were on the bubbles. If somebody knows that question, please answer that for Parker Curry there. That question being UNC women basketball going to be in March Madness this year. I'm really, really not sure, to be honest with you. I keep an eye on the women's basketball team, but I don't keep that close of an eye, if you catch my drift. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, no matter what the outcome of the games are, go Heels.
You don't want none!